Good afternoon, Math Masters and Math Wizards. Today we're going to continue our lesson on converting improper fractions into mixed numbers. So let's get right started. We're going to need a piece of scratch paper and a piece of scratch paper and pen or pencil. We're going to convert each fraction to a mixed number. Show our work as the example and model with a number line. So a lot going on here. I'm going to start off with 11 thirds. Excuse me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to see how many times 3 can go into 11. Okay, that's going to be their first thing. So we're going to put equals. And think about it. 3, 6, 9. It goes in there 3 times. So what we're going to do on top is going to go 3 times 3 over 3. And then what's left over? 3, 6, 9. We have 10 and 11. So that's 2 thirds. So this is going to equal 9 thirds, right? 3 times 3 is 9. 3, 6, 9. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then we add on the 2 thirds. And I know that looks pretty complicated, all right? But look at the hang of this. Let's make a number line. And we're going to start out with 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's go ahead and show this. This is going to start making some sense here. As this is 0 thirds, right? 1 third, 2 third, 3 thirds. Okay? 4 third, 5 third, 6 thirds. See how this is making sense? 7 third, 8 thirds, 9 thirds. And there's the 9 thirds we talked about. 10 thirds, 11 thirds. So there's our 11 thirds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now think about what these represent. Well, 0 thirds is, of course, is just 0. 3 thirds, 1, 2, 3 is 1. 6 thirds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what? 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 thirds is 3. And then we're left with those 2 thirds over. So it's just 3 and 2 thirds. Notice this, 3 times 3 is 9, giving us 9 thirds or 3, and then we have the leftover 2 thirds. Let's go to our second one. And our second improper fraction is 9 halves. So I'm going to do 9 halves, okay? Now, let's think about what this equals. Okay, I'm going to put a fraction bar there. The 2 is going to stay the same. Think about this, okay? We got 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'm doing 2 times 4. Because one more would be 10, and that's more than 9. Not going to work. So what do we need to add on? We have 8 halves. We have 9 halves over here. So I already have 8. 2 times 4 is 8. 4, 8. I'm going to need to add on another half. And what will this equal? Well, 2 times 4 is 8, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So it should be 4 and a half, but let's double check all this using a number line. Go ahead and make your number line. And this number line is going to go from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go all the way to 5. All right, now think about it. We're dealing in halves. So there's 1 half 1, 1 and a half 2, 2 and 1 half 3, 3 and 1 half 4, 4 and 1 half 5. Okay, now let's take this piece by piece here. We're going to start off with 0 halves, right? Then we have 2 halves, right? 2 halves equal what? 1 whole. 3, 4 halves. What do 4 halves equal? 2 wholes. 5 halves, 6 halves. What do 6 halves equal? 3 whole numbers. 7 halves, 8 halves. And what do 8 halves equal? They equal 4. And we're left over with 1/2. So that must be 9 halves right there are 4 and 1/2. And if we want to continue, 10 halves would of course be 5. So let's just kind of see how this demonstrates that a little more. Think about it like this. 2 halves is 1. Another 2 halves is 2. Another 2 halves is 3. Another 2 halves is 4. And then we're left over with a 4 and one more 1/2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1/2. All right? Let's do our next one. It is 17 fourths. So I'm going to do 17 fourths. And this is going to equal what? I'm going to draw my bar there. So the 4 is going to stay the same down here. And then how many times can 4 go into 17 without going over? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 4, 8, 12, 16. It looks like 4 times. So 4 times 4. And that would be 16, but we have 1/4 left over because there's 17 fourths here. So plus 1/4 would equal what? Well, 4 and 1/4. Let's give it a shot on the old number line. There's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to break this into fourths, okay? So I'm going to go 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 1. 1 and 1/4, 1 and 2/4, 1 and 3/4, 2. 2 and 1/4, 2 and 2/4, 2 and 3/4, 3. 3 and 1/4, 3 and 2/4, 3 and 3/4, 4. 4 and 1/4, and I'm going to stop right there because that's what it should be, right? So let's think about this. This is 0 fourths, or a big old 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 fourths, or 1. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 fourths are at 2. 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 fourths are a 3. 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 fourths. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. It looks like we have that 1/4 left over for 17 fourths. Or 4 and 1/4. Let's double check this. We're going to go boop to show that that's 4 fourths are 1. Another 4 fourths. Another 4 fourths. Another 4 fourths. And then we just have the 1/4. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 17 fourths are 4 and 1/4. Okay, we're going to kind of go to using a little more mental math now. So I'm going to put these back to vertical and zoom out just a tad. Thank you so much. I saw that Giovanni and Emily Strand and Melody and Kaylin all took the test, the quiz on Tuesday. So thank you. I know it's pretty hard to do this without being in the classroom and working a little more thoroughly on it, but you guys are doing your best and I appreciate that. So we're going to look at 9 fourths first of all. Think about this, okay? 9 divided by 4. 4, 8. 2 times, right? So we get a 2. But 4, 8, how many do we have left over? Well, 9 minus 8 is 1. And the 4 remains the same. Let's go to the next one, B. And it's 17 fifths. Okay, think about it. How many 5s can you fit into 17 without going over 17? 5, 10, 15, 20. Whoops, that's too many. 5, 10, 15. Well, that's 3. So let me do 17 minus that 5 times 3, which is 15. So 17 minus 15, 16, 15. 17 minus, excuse me. Yeah, 17 minus 15. How many's left over? 2, right? 16, 17. And then the 5 remains the same, the denominator. Now, if you think you're getting this, go ahead and pause and then check back to see if you got it right. Our next one is 25 sixths. Think about it. How many 6 can you squeeze into 25? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. 6, 12, 18, 24. It looks like 4. And 6 times 4 is 24. The 6 remains the same. 25 minus 24 is 1, so that becomes our numerator. 4 and 1/6. Continuing on, our next one is 30. 37ths. What's that going to equal? Well, think about counting by 7. 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Too many. Try it again. 7, 14, 21, 28. Okay, so that's 4. The 7 remains the same. 30 minus 28. 7 times 4 is 28, so 30 minus 28, 29. 30 is 2. And we get 4 and 2/7. Okay, we'll do one more. Actually, we've got quite a few more to go, but let's do one more on this page. And it is 38 eighths. So we're going to have to count by 8, right? 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. So let's try it again. 8, 16, 24, 32. 5's too many because it comes 5 times 8 is 40. So 8 times 4 is 32. So we're going to put a 4 here. 8 times 4 is 32. The 8 remains the same. 38 minus 32. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So our answer is 4 and 6/8. 5 more to go. Okie doke. So glad I got this light. If only I remember to bring my glasses in. Our next one is, wow, 48 ninths. All right, let's think about this. Counting by 9. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. So 9 times 6 is 54, which is greater than 48. So it must be 9 times 5. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. So it's going to be 5. The 9 remains the same. And what's 48 minus 9 times 5 is 45. So 48 minus 45, 46, 47, 48 is 5 and 3/9. Okay, they gave us some interesting ones here to do at the very end. Let's give it a shot. 63 tenths. Now, just think this one's kind of a little easier. I mean, it's bigger numbers, but I think it's easier because multiplying by 10 is so easy. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So it must be 6, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10 times 6 is 60. 10 remains the same. 63 minus 10 times 6 is 60. 61, 62, 63 is 3. So we get 6 and 3/10. Let's try the next one. 84 tenths. What's that going to equal? Well, let's figure it out. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 9 is too many, so it must be 8. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So there it is, 8. The 10 remains the same, and then 84 minus 80, 81, 82, 83, 84 is just 4. So 8 and 4/10. And our last one is 37 twelfths. So we're going to be multiplying like little 12 toes, okay? So hopefully, 12s are pretty tough. You got to practice them. Maybe I'll put that video up there again. 12, 24, 36, 48. 12, 24, 36. It looks like it's 3. The 12 remains the same, the denominator remains the same. 37 minus 36 is 1. So we have 3 and 1/12. Be sure to do your IXL or Zern for 20 to 25 minutes. Make sure you do your Imagine Learning for 20 to 25 minutes. And also check out Social Studies. We're going to add our poem today in our one-pager. And benchmark too, language arts. We're going to read some, we're going to talk about more sensory language when we read about LAD. Okay, I will hope to see you sooner rather than later. Have a great day.